Hello, everyone, here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 on Wampsville, New York. A brand new map we're going to be starting on here for the next few weeks. We're probably going to still switch out some equipment here yet. I've been kind of looking through the equipment that we have here. And real quick, here's what the map looks like. And this is available, by the way, on the official Farming Simulator Mod Hub. So for those who want to check this map out, it is on the official Farming Simulator Mod Hub. And when you start a save game, it kind of comes in, I think, like 3 different flavors. I am obviously doing the one here that I think they call this the Homestead one here. So it comes with all the fields and the land is cleared and all that stuff. There is also a forestry one. And I think the other one's like kind of like a mining one or something like that. There's like 3 versions. I know the one is just like you're gonna have to start from nothing. So for those who want a different experience on the map, there are 3 different options. And like I said, I am playing on the one that comes with it basically already pre-set up. We have fields, we got roads, everything is buildings, everything is here that we hopefully need. So didn't really want to start from a complete nothing. Although that does sound like fun, but that might end up with a really, really long series of videos. So anyway, let's go through the equipment we have real quick here, everyone, and then we're probably going to get out and do some harvesting here this episode. We got a couple of fields that are ready to harvest. And speaking of harvest, that's actually maybe a really good spot to start here. So obviously, all those standard crops most of you folks are probably familiar with: wheat, canola, corn, rice, parsnip. Oh boy, don't be familiar with those. I mean, that's not a good crop to be familiar with. But then we get down into the rest of the list here, and there's probably, I don't know, I didn't even count these up, at least a dozen it looks like. North American tall grass, alfalfa, that's not turning off, clover, rye, triticale, millet, spelt, mustard, lavender, poppy, buckwheat, lentils, flax, and onions. I don't know, do we have any onions? Doesn't look like on our fields. I'm not even sure how you harvest onions. I don't know if I want to know. But anyway, those are a bunch of additional crop types on this map. This map does come with a warning because of that, because of all the additional crop types. There are some potential mod conflicts, so hopefully we don't run into that. We'll find out. So hopefully that goes okay with us. With that being said, I've talked about before, it's like, if we run across a good map to do some chopping on, and when I say chopping, I'm talking about corn, chopping corn. We might have to chop some corn, and actually, let's go back right here. This might just be a good map for it, Evan, because there are definitely some silage applications here on this map. So we might get into some corn chopping. The one thing, let's go look at our mods here a minute. Let's see what's here. Oh, I think this is the dump spot, right? Can you open this? I don't think it opens, does it? Well, let's just open the production screen here at least. So yeah, there you can see, yeah, silage. So if we input, is this one not do corn? Oh, there, yeah, okay, chaff. There's the corn. I was gonna say, got the corn can go in, silage comes out, I'm assuming, and of course, I'm sure if you put in alfalfa, you get alfalfa silage. You put in clover, you get clover silage. Grass is, I would assume, probably just silage again. So chaff and grass are probably silage. Anyway, the one thing I do need here yet, and I've got to go look at my mods. All the choppers I have, I think, are like too new, I'd say, for this map, Evan. So I need to go look. And if you folks have any suggestions, by the way, let me know. If you folks know of a good chopper to run on this map. The map did start me with a chopper, but I've already sold it. It started us with this front-mounted chopper offensive doohickey thing that I'm like, nah. We're not using that atrocity. So definitely would like to go something self-propelled maybe, or a nice tow behind. We'll have to see once here. Like I said, folks know of any good choppers, either maybe even a tow behind or self-propelled, I think would probably be nicer. Let me know. Like I said, kind of like to go maybe a little bit older school than what we have available in the shop there. Open sesame. Anyway, speaking of the barn here, we got a couple of tools in here. Yeah, that trailer's going to probably go up, and we don't want to keep that. We do have some cows on here. So we have a mixer here, and actually, are these both mixers? I think these are both mixers, aren't they? If I'm not mistaken, I think they're both mixers. Oh, this one, no, this is a bale shredder. That's right. Okay, that's the bale shredder. That is the mixer right there. Yep, nothing in the back room here. Little water tank right there. I don't know if there's anything in this building or not. I don't know if I've actually looked in this one. I think most of the rest of our equipment is down in the open shed there, which you folks might have caught a glimpse of while I was walking down there. Wow, what's that? Okay, moving pictures up there. Cool. Okay, don't know if I've ever seen that before. That's maybe a bit new on the map. Also, that is a big rock wall up there. Wow. Yeah, so run over to this shed here a minute. Like I said, you folks might have caught a glimpse of this one here already. This is one of our tractors, and I think most of the rest of our equipment is in here. And again, I might switch some of this equipment out. We will have to see once here. We do have the, is this the Diamond? No, this is the Diablo power chain. Diablo power chain. And of course, we got the rock picker. Verdict is out on this one yet. I'm not sure. Probably going to turn rocks off. You folks probably know my thoughts on rocks. So, little planter, definitely want to switch that out. Great Plains cedar. We'll have to see once. I'll have to look and see if I got anything good to replace it with. I'm good with the size of it. Just, again, maybe a more American version. Although, well, I get somewhat American here. This one, no. That one needs to get replaced, Evan. So, we'll have to go look, see what we can find here. I probably don't have a whole lot. Planters. Yeah, I've definitely got some bigger ones, right? Like John Deere here, 1775s. The Case Early Rise. Kinsey, even that's a bigger one. So I'll have to look and see if we can find a smaller one here. That may be a little bit better fit on the map. At least I think would be a better fit on the map. So again, like I said, definitely probably going to be switching out some equipment here. Anyway, let's actually slow down time here. Let's grab the combine here. And speaking of combine, switched out the combine the map came with. The map came with, let's see, I think that was the Case combine, like the new Case combine, I guess, which this is the new Massey Ferguson combine, so not much difference, right? But I figured, you know what, let's go with the Massey Ferguson combine. Feel like I've used this combine before, I just don't remember where. So Massey Ferguson 7360 AL4 beta. Not sure what's beta about. Actually, you know what? I should probably check. Is this the head we need? I guess that depends where we're going, right? Let's see what's ready to harvest here. So field 1 is ready to harvest. I think that was grass. Let's see. Yeah, that is grass. Okay. And some of these I might actually have to like toggle them on and off just to make sure that that is the exact color, right? So we got 12 and 13 here. So 12 and 13. What is that? Lavender? Buckwheat. Yeah, we should be able to harvest buckwheat, I would think, with this head. That might be a bit of fun. I'm figuring out what head we got to use with some of these crops. This is a collectible, really. Wow, we get $200. Whoa! Oh, remove NPCs. Oh, okay. So if you want to remove NPCs, I'm not sure how you activate this trigger. Oh, R, okay, just it's not popping up. Hide the roads, okay. Well, I don't think I quite want to do that one. But it's nice the map does come with some options for that. Oh. Online shop. Yeah, that is nice, Evan. This is actually the shop here. Like, this is not... Like, I have moved it here, Evan. Nope. So yeah, that's really nice. The mod author basically put it essentially right on the farmyard here, right? I know on our previous map, Evan, obviously I used the shop. Oh, what is the name of that mod again? I forget the name of the mod. That basically lets you move the shop to wherever you want to put it. You just, click the circle on the ground and boom, that is where your equipment will be delivered to. Now, oh, it's shop deliveries mod. That's what it is. Shop delivery mod, everyone. And you do end up paying like an additional, was it 2.5% delivery fee or something like that? Great way of doing it, if you ask me. That way you don't have to sit here driving all the equipment from, the shop, wherever it is on the map, especially on the previous map, Evan. So we just got off the Arkansas map there, by the way. All the way from the Arkansas map, all the way up to, where our farm was, and we were obviously on the opposite corner, so it would have been a long drive on a 4X map every single time. Like, oh my goodness. Now, I don't know about you folks. I'm looking at this here, and I'm thinking field 1, 12, 13, 14 here, 15. Ooh, maybe even like all 4 of these here. Well, actually, no, there's, these 4 plus these 4 plus the 1, so 9 total. This looks like it should be 1 field here. Definitely looks like it should be 1 field. We'll have to see if we might do that too. There might be some field plowing together here, I foresee on this map. Anyway, let's fire up the combine here after we unfold it. I guess that maybe we should do that. And we are harvesting, was it buckwheat they called this? Buckwheat. I don't know. What does buckwheat look like here? Sure. Okay. I don't know that I'm familiar with buckwheat that I know of, Evan. That is probably a bit of a new crop here to me. Looking at most of the other ones, I think I probably recognize most of these other crops here. Triticale, rye, millet, spelt. They're all forms of grain. Triticale in particular, I believe, is a wheat-like type. Millet, yeah, not particularly familiar with that around where I live, but I recognize the name rye as well. Rye, a lot of times around where I live, is planted as a cover crop. I don't know that anybody actually harvests rye that I know of. Mustard, yeah, I don't know anything about lavender. Heard the name before. Yeah, poppy, that's an interesting one. Haven't heard of that one before either. Lentils, of course, flax. And yeah, of course, we got onions. So that's more of probably a ground crop, I'm sure. Oh, help if I would turn it back on here, wouldn't it? And you know what? Well, I guess we can turn on steering assist. I was going to almost say, we really don't need steering assist for a field this small, but on the other hand, I do like my GPS, or steering assist as we call it here in the game. From the looks of it here, I don't know. Do you think we probably won't even need a trailer or grain cart here for this field? We're joined by the boss baby here, by the way. Oh, no, she wants to get back down. Okay. Actually, I think what she wants to do is she wants to play with Daddy's toys here, i.e. keyboard, controller. Okay, let's see what's the next field. What did I say was on that one here again? That is the purple one there. Is that lavender? That is lavender. Okay. Well, we'll see if we get this field done, Evan, which shouldn't take too long with the size of this field. I'll have to see. Maybe we can start on that field here next. And I'm just going to assume here that it's probably going to be harvested with this header. We can actually probably check this here. I think it'll show up under the combine headers as to what it actually harvests. We have the Massey Ferguson. Is that the head we have? Yes, it is. And there does not appear to be lavender on the list here for this one. Okay. That won't be a row crop head, would it? Wouldn't make sense. I'm not sure which row crop head we have. That is just corn and sunflowers, according to that. Well, I guess we'll have to figure that out. Well, it wouldn't be mowed. Maybe it's mowed. That might be a mowed crop then, maybe, Evan? I wonder. Do we have a mowing head? Yes, I do believe that is the lavender symbol. Plus, we also got a bunch of other symbols here. I can't quite tell from here what all those actually say there, but probably some other types of grasses and stuff if I had to guess. I don't think I'm even going to bother doing the headland pass down this side of the field. We're just going to pick the straight line and go right back down the straight line here again. 31% fall. Okay, we might have to see what's about getting a trailer of some sorts out here. Speaking of trailer, I don't remember, what do we actually own for a trailer here yet? This is where it'd be nice to have one. And actually, you know what? That reminds me, there is a mod that fixes this. I should really get that mod of one. It'd be nice to actually have the equipment that we own, go to the shop, have the owned tab. Why Giants added it to the, basically this, I don't know what you would call this one. I call it usually the finance one here. But essentially under the finance one, and why they have it here, I don't know. Not the greatest system in my opinion. It does have all the stuff on it as far as information, age, working hours, condition, blah, blah, blah. That part is kind of nice, I suppose, but... Okay, we're back. Had to take care of the boss baby there a minute. As I was saying, I went looking at what we have for trailers here. Where would I find a trailer in this list here? Well, there's a trailer, just not the right kind, right? Challenger. Oh, Farm Tech. I think that's our flatbed trailer that we have, though, I think. Oh, there we go. It's probably that Fleagle. Yep. Okay, so the Fleagle, I'm not entirely sure right offhand where that is. It is, okay, it's the barn by the house from the looks of it, I do believe. And again, keep in mind, Evan, I'm probably going to switch out some of this equipment here. That reminds me, do I have any good gravity wagons? Because this feels like a good map for gravity wagons. I do not appear to have any what I would call good gravity wagons. So I might have to go looking for that one. I think as I've mentioned here, maybe it's just me, Evan, but seems like the Farming Simulator mod hub has been a little slow on the American style mods here. I don't know if the mod authors just aren't putting them on the mod hub this time around or what, but seems like it's been a little slow on that. Lots of European stuff, shall we say. I've got some other names for some of that European stuff, but we'll refrain from that here. But yeah, it'd be nice to see some more American style mods. Now, Farming Simulator 22 is really good for that. I think I mentioned that before. I've like, for Farming Simulator 22, I really didn't download mods from anywhere else. It's pretty much like 99%, 5%, I don't know, something like that, of the mods I had all came right from the official Farming Simulator mod. And I can say that at the moment here, too. Like, most of the mods I have, everyone, like, if you see a mod I'm using and you want to know where it came from, it probably came from the mod hub. So, right on the official Farming Simulator mod hub. But yeah, like I said, seems to be a shortage of American-style mods on there here so far. We'll have to see if maybe that'll change. It always tends to be a little slow first, like the first few months. But we're already basically, what, a year? Actually, over a year into the game here already. And yeah, feels like we're a little slow on the American-style mods here. There's some, obviously, but we're just definitely missing a lot of the good, what I would call the good ones. And when I say good ones, I'm talking, like John Deere tractors. Where's all our small and medium tractors here? We have a John Deere A. 710, I think that's more of a European model. I don't remember ever really seeing like 710s around here. Got some old Massey Fergusons. I believe I've got the 7810, although I think 7010, I think this is more of the European model here, again with that rubbish front 3-point system on it. Got a 7030. I think the 78, I think you can take the front 3-point off, can't you? Maybe not. Oh, hey, look at the, I was just going to say. Yes, this is one of the special things about this particular combine here. You might notice, so we're on a bit of a hill here. Not much of a hill. Oh, kind of, it's a little bit hard to tell right now, but the combine self-levels. So this is like a side hill type combine here, which is one of the reasons why I chose this combine. If you notice, I don't want to say crazy hilly here, but we definitely got some rolling hills on this map, which personally I always like having. I like some maps with a little bit of rolling hills on them. Don't need to be too extreme, but at least, some hills, right? Plain, flat maps tend to be a little on the boring side, if you ask me, which obviously the previous map we played on Arkansas, that one was, as far as I know, I think that was like a completely flat map, except for some of the weird oddities out in some of the fields. I don't remember what field number it was again. Was particularly bad for it. Yeah, what field number was that again? It was the one kind of right to the side or front, I guess. I don't know, depends which way you look at it, of the farmyard there. Looks like the map author maybe did some oopsies on that field with the terraforming tools, is what it looked like. Oh, now you got a good example seeing the side hill. Not sure how much of a side hill this combine can do, but oh, we are full. Okay, we're gonna have to go get our trailer here. Oh, that reminds me, speaking of trailer here, I did not go through the rest of the equipment we have. At least as far as what's in this shed. Wait a minute, I thought I sold that thing. Why is that thing still here? I know I sold it. Wait, maybe I sold the header that was on it. Maybe that's what I did. Does that thing come in 2 pieces? I wonder if it does. I guess there's my answer. It must, because there's no head on this thing, is there? This is the where it mounts to the front of the tractor. I guess you can mount it to the rear too, maybe? I don't know. But then you need a tractor that can drive backwards. So there must be a combination with this. Combinations, Oh, tractor too, yeah, okay. Yeah, we own 0 of those. Okay, so I must have sold the header that went with it then. Well, let's sell that atrocity, because I have no plans on ever using that thing. Unless it comes down to it, I can't find anything better, then maybe we will. But then I'll probably just go with like one of the bigger self-propelleds. Where is it here? Ah, right there. Sold. Okay, anyway, rest of the tractors, Evan, we got the white 8810. This tractor is definitely going to be going the John Deere 3650. Wow, cannot say that here today, apparently, can I? Back to the screen. Where's the John Deere? Yep, that tractor's just going. Goodbye. I know, I sold the John Deere. That's terrible. Probably going to get struck for lightning for that one, everyone. But don't particularly want that model tractor on the farm here. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go out the back door. Or front door. I'm not sure which one's the back and the front on this particular case. Wow, open and closing system on those doors, huh? I thought that's what the kids were supposed to be for. Kids, go open the door. Is that part of the barn? I wonder if there's anything hiding in those little sheds there. Wampsville, New York. A reminder again, like I mentioned a moment ago when we started the map, it is available on the official Farming Simulator mod hub. Okay, so you can get to this part. From here, nah, nothing in there. Nothing in there. Lots of barns and sheds on here, in case you can't tell, by the way. Like, okay, we got the house. Wow, that is a big house. I just realized that. Whoa. Guess we're doing pretty good as a farmer. Oh, there's the truck. Okay. But yeah, barns, sheds. No, that's the water tower. Where'd it go? Right there. Yep, water tower. I guess we had a water tower right in the middle of our farmyard. Okay, that's cool. If I'm ever not sure, what the name of the map is, just go look up at the water tower. Again, we'll definitely be switching this trailer out of it, but for now, we're going to use it. And we'll go get the combine unloaded here. Looks like we were almost done with this field here. Another, maybe pass and a half here, and we'll be about done. And as far as the lavender goes, I'm not sure what we're going to do with the lavender. So obviously we can mow it. At least if I understand it correctly, Evan. I'm not sure what we do with that after we mow it. I'll have to figure that part out then. Or if folks happen to know, let me know. I wonder if the map author has like a manual for this map, because you got this much new crop. Sometimes you almost like, oh boy, what do you do with this crop type? And like buckwheat, that one I think is probably pretty straightforward. Obviously you harvest it with a combine and you probably sell it, or maybe there's some factories and stuff that'll take advantage of it too. I don't know, but outside of that, harvest it, sell it. That's pretty straightforward, right? Some of the other crops too, spelt, rye, I'm sure, just plant it, harvest it. I was looking for an older combine to run on this map, by the way, but again, yep, don't have a whole lot here. I do have the, like the John Deere 560, but that's more of, again, European model. Got the older 700 series, 770. We used that on the previous map. But then all my combines here are pretty much newer. The map, I think, started us, yeah, it was this one right here. I do believe is what the map started us with. We obviously have the old 8570, but I didn't quite want to go that old, or well, that combine again, because we've ran that one before. I'm okay with that old. Just we've used that combine before, and I like to mix up my equipment if I can. Although I know I didn't realize it when I bought this combine. I'm like, yeah, it looks like a good one. I don't think we've used that one before, have we? As soon as I bought it, I looked at it, I'm like, oh, this is the side hill. We've used this one before. I don't remember where we've used this combine before, but I know I've used it before. If that was maybe on a multiplayer map. I don't think I've used it single player that I can remember, but maybe we did. Might have to consult my channel historian here. He'll let me know where I've used it. Just a reminder here too, by the way, and if there's something you folks would like to see on this map, let me know, whether that be some activity we're doing, a piece of equipment, let me know. We can always look at going that route here as well. As I've said, everyone, kind of my tentative plans, I think this feels like a good map for chopping some corn on. I'm not saying that's what we'll definitely always be doing, but feels like a good map for that. I haven't really looked into the factory situation on this map, Evan, so I'm not sure what factory-wise we all have. You know, stone crusher, yeah, wood, oil. Preserved wood factory, huh? That's interesting. Oh, food. Wow. Can't read here today. Grain mill. Glass? About glass. Oh, okay. 200. Okay, so that's if you want to get into some of the mining stuff that apparently is available on this map. I probably am not going to go that route on this map. I'm not sure. Well, I guess I'm assuming it's available, so you can probably do it on the map here somehow. I wasn't sure. Maybe you had to have the other version of this map to do that on. And by the way, when you download the map, I mean, it comes with like all the different variations or flavors of this map. So it's just one download. And then when you go to start the map, you have the option of, you know, which one of the three you want to start with. So there's essentially 3 maps to choose from. Really cool way of doing that. I don't think I've seen any other map author do that before. One where they have like, hey, you want to just start with essentially a blank map, and you can build it out how you want. Now, obviously, you're going to have to do some probably forestry and clearing the land and all that good stuff. Essentially, a true start from absolutely nothing type map. So for those who like that playing style, this map does offer that option. And again, obviously, that is not the option I chose, but there is the option for it. Well, looks like we're going to about finish this field, and it'll probably be about time to wrap it up here for this episode here already. And then, as is usual, we'll probably have to go through all our fields here. They probably all need to be plowed and lined and fertilized and blah, 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 blah. You know, so on and so forth, right? It's usually how it goes with a lot of these fields. Oh, we'll have to buy our precision farming maps as well, won't we? Started with $750,000 here, by the way, was the amount of money I decided to start with. Zero loan. Currently sitting at just under $600,000. That's after switching out a few pieces of equipment. And like I said, I might switch out a few more yet. Definitely want to switch out that trailer. Need to look through my options to see what I have that I can switch it out with. Which means I need to go look at downloading some mods. I mean, that is what that means. Because, yeah, I already switched out some of the stuff already. I mean, with what I could find, with what I had in the shop here already. But then some of the other stuff like trails, I'm like, I'm going to have to go look in here. Just not seeing anything that, standing out to me. That is literally the only stone picker we have available in the game, isn't it? Interesting. I did not realize that. Okay, well, like I said, that seems like a pretty good spot to wrap it up here for this episode. So with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And until next time.